We'd like to begin by announcing and welcoming the visiting Montenegro, number 1, number 1.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Houston, Texas, and the University of Houston for USA Water Polo TV's coverage of Team USA taking on Montenegro. Alongside John Abdu, Greg Meskel here with you at the University of Houston Natatorium for the final stop on the road to Rio for the USA men's Olympic water polo team. They take on Montenegro today. They depart for Rio tomorrow. Team USA in their first match since naming their Olympic team on July 7th in San Diego. We'll get a look here at the 13 guys who head to Rio, and they start competition a week from today when they take on Croatia. Across the way, Montenegro, a team that is also Rio-bound, wearing the blue caps. And John, a rare treat here on a couple of levels. One, to be in the state of Texas for a high-level men's water polo game, and two, to get an opportunity for Team USA to compete in front of their home fans this close to the Olympics.
Yeah, absolutely, Greg. One of the advantages of having the Olympic Games in 2016 in Rio de Janeiro is that Montenegro, as well as some other teams, as we saw with the Russian women last week, can stop in the United States along the way. So we take the advantage of USA getting a training against Montenegro all week long, culminating in this game today before both teams depart for Rio tomorrow.
And a cool moment coming up here. If you follow track and field, you'll recognize the woman who's about to do the ceremonial ball drop here. Legend Gail Devers, an Olympian in the 100 meters at the 1992 and 96 Olympics, multiple-time world champ, and is in town as part of the USOC's ambassador program, getting athletes ready for Rio, and is here to check out some water polo and get things started with our official Joe Pila. He'll be the USA referee in Rio. The other ref for this match, Scott Volz. And cool to mix some sports together, John. Get a little track and field in here with some water polo.
Well, one thing everybody may know is they introduced here Gail Devers getting the cheers from the crowd. But just to have a world champion, Olympic gold medalist like Gail Devers here is part of the fact that all of the USA delegation is processing through the city of Houston before departing to Rio. So in the city right now, USA men's basketball team just arrived, staying in the same hotel as us, as our team. So all USA athletes getting into the game right now. On their way to Rio.
Looks like Tony Azevedo is going to take this one on the ceremonial toss. And he'll pass it back, and then we'll get started for the actual start of the game. It's like Joe Pila is giving some of the finer points here of the opening sprint, and now she'll put it back in again, and this time it's better, and takes a bow for the crowd. Very, very cool moment there, and now we will back things up and get the actual game started.
Yeah, again, Greg, every USA athlete, almost 600 athletes that'll compete for the United States in the Rio Olympic Games, all of them must go through Houston to process, get their credentials, get their gear before they get out, get to the 2016 Games. So we'll see a lot of interesting faces, and it's great to have Gail Devers here with us today, supporting USA men's water polo.
And we're about to begin things. Team USA in the white caps, Montenegro in the blue. USA led by head coach Dejana Dovicic. For Montenegro, Vladimir Gojkovic. And it'll be Merrill Moses going in net for Team USA. Number 1 gets the start for Montenegro. They go with Milos Šćepanović, wearing number 13, although wouldn't be a shock if we saw both teams use both of their keepers here in their final preparation for Rio. And the opening sprint is underway. Ball in the water, and Thomas Dunston controls for Team USA. He'll be joined out there by Alex Bowen, Jesse Smith, Tony Azevedo, John Mann, and Brett Bonani as we start things off here in the first quarter from Houston, Texas.
Yeah, big start for Thomas Dunston as Coach Dovicic trying to get him as much experience as he can leading up to the games right now. Wins the sprint. As we see this matchup at 2 meters, Greg, is I think the key to the game. Can John Mann consistently get position at 2 meters in front of the goal and create space for his team?
And he's battling there with Antonio Petrovic of Montenegro wearing 4 blue. Here's Bone controlling. He'll let it fly as the shot clock was about to expire, and it'll go back to Montenegro. They'll get their first possession. Joining Petrovic in the water, Darko Bergulan. If you follow international water polo, Bergulan, a familiar name, especially in Montenegro. Filip Klikovac. He's posting up here against Alex Bowen. And a quick turn and off the post. On the attempt there, an immediate look in close for Montenegro, but off the mark. Alexander Ivovic also in the starting lineup Alexander Radovic, and rounding things out, Drasko Bergulan, perhaps Montenegro's best player.
One, Greg, Montenegro's strength is up the middle. They have great defenders, some of the best defenders in the world on their team. On top of that, one of the best centers in the world on their team, so it just creates space to give their shooters room to score the ball. That's why they're so good and so tough to beat.
A lot of heat on that pass into John Mann, but an exclusion called. This will go against Montenegro. That'll be number 4, Petrovic excluded. First power play here for Team USA. About a minute 15 gone by, first quarter. Bowen, good look inside, but into a sea of blue caps, and then the ball unders the call as Bonani tried to control. And Montenegro will have it back.
So again, kind of going back to those matchups, it's going to be the matchups at 2 meters. It's going to be the matchups with the center and center defenders that make the difference here. As you get a good look at Klikovac inside, now going against Jesse Smith. So interesting to see 2 of the best going at it inside.
Smith, a veteran defender, headed to his 4th Olympic Games. Out of Coronado, California. Big fake on the outside, working inside past Bonani. And an ordinary called. And they'll run out of time. Wave off that backhand attempt there from Montenegro. Did go in, but will not count. And now Merrill Moses will jumpstart the USA offense. Moses going to his 3rd Olympics. A lot of newcomers, 9 newcomers on this U.S. Olympic men's water polo team, but the guys that are returners are veterans. Azevedo going to his 5th, Smith his 4th, Moses his 3rd, and then John Mann his 2nd.
But yeah, it's really interesting, the range that goes back and forth there, Greg.
Well, then you have a couple of recent high school grads, and Thomas Dunston and Ben Halleck making the squad, so really a wide array of talent on this team and ages, too. Moses will be 39 during the Olympic competition. Thomas Dunston, Ben Halleck, just 18 years old. On the other end, an exclusion. This will go against Jesse Smith. He's sent off, and Montenegro will go up on the power play with 5:18 to go, first quarter. Montenegro working along 2 meters, now inside, deflected from behind, backhand off the post, rebound. Fought for and controlled. That got the crowd fired up, but Montenegro will keep it, and we'll have a new shot clock. Sides coming even. Working near side, blocked by Moses. Power play killed off by Team USA. Moses fired up early on.
Big save there from Moses. 2 big saves, actually, in front of the goal there from Merrill Moses. And he's the key to it all, Greg. If he can be hot, if he can keep making those saves, and Team USA has a chance to win gold.
That's the goal when they head to Rio tomorrow. They'll arrive Monday morning. Get in a position to return to the podium. Missed out in 2012, won silver in 2008. A rope from the outside from Rolsa, who's come on. That's tipped out by Shapanovic. And a new possession here for Team USA. Keep in mind, these 2 teams going to get very familiar with each other. Not only is this the cap to a few days of training here in Texas, but they will meet in the Olympics in the same group. They'll play on August 12th. That'll be the 4th game for both teams. Power play here again for Team USA.
Over-aggressive there on the perimeter. Too much after the foul. Team USA gets their 2nd power play of the game.
6 on 5. There's Dunston, the left-hander, waving it around. Quick passing, and that one's field blocked. A scrum for it, and Dunston comes up with it. This time they answer. Azevedo. Shot clock had wound down. He got it off just in time. And Tony Azevedo coming through with the goal.
Well, you got to love this if you're Coach Jovicic. The lefty Thomas Dunston finds the open man, and Tony Azevedo calling for the ball, wanted it the whole way, knew exactly what he wanted to do with it, and puts it away for the first goal of the game for either team now.
A 1-0 lead for Team USA with 3:54 to play. Opening moments here, first quarter action. Moses again picking up steam here in the first quarter.
Another big save there from Moses. Team USA doing a great job on defense, making sure the shots are coming from bad angles. He gets 2 hands on it. And now Team USA in transition. Josh Samuels and Ben Halleck both in the game now.
Another attempt from the outside. That was Luca Cupido. Denied there by Montenegro. Great crowd on hand. This match sold out. Fans lined up well in advance to see Team USA in a rare trip to Houston, Texas. If it has happened, it has been some time.
Yep, easy call there for the official. Rolsa getting tied up with Misic inside. Timeout Montenegro to set up their power play.
2:55 to go, first quarter. Team USA leading Montenegro 1-0. We talked about the Olympic schedule. It is on the way. Team USA will meet Croatia. That is a week from today in Rio de Janeiro. From there, they take on Spain, then France on August 10th, Montenegro August 12th, and then they close out pool play with Italy on August 14th. And that's a real crucial moment because by that time they'll know where they're at to try and advance to the quarterfinals, which take place August 16th. You've got to be in the top 4 in your group to get out of pool play and into the quarters, and then you don't want to be just in the top 4. You want to create a little bit of room to work with so you're not dealing with the best team on the other side. John, everyone, when you look at these groups, I feel like I've heard group of death for as long as U.S. water polo has been playing the Olympics. There are no easy ways out here. What are your thoughts on the teams they've been drawn into the pool with?
You know, obviously it's a competitive field in the group, and it's a tougher group per se than the other group in the Olympics. But what people need to recognize is that who you play in group play will then dictate how the crossover game goes. So in some ways, it's better to have the tougher competition in your group, because then in that crossover game, you get a chance to play potentially a lesser opponent. But again, this is the Olympic Games. Every team there is prepared. Every team is high level, so we'll see what happens.
Power play here from Montenegro out of the timeout. Ball goes over the top, and sides coming even on the missed pass. Last chance for Montenegro, and that's too high over the cage. Team USA takes control. But more on that group play, it's really, do you want the hard road now or later? Because eventually you're going to have to deal, if you want to get to where you want to go, which is the gold medal, eventually you're going to have to go through some difficult teams. It could happen in the group. It could happen later on.
Oh, absolutely. Do you want to play a group where maybe you get second in your group, you do a great job in group play, but you cross over one of the best teams in the world, lose the quarterfinal game, and now you're playing at best for 5th place. And so that's the issue.
Team USA with another, this time Brett Bonani in a 2-0 lead. Bonani out of Stanford University, Huntington Beach, California.
We get a
one
second
of the
look
big
here.
Scoring threats.
Bonani doing what he does best, isolated at the 5-meter line, gets a foul, puts up the direct shot, skips it home near side.
Two minutes to play, first quarter.
Big start for Team USA to jump 2-0 against arguably one of the best defensive teams in the world as well in Montenegro.
Good look inside. Moses there again. Stuffed him in close. And Team USA ahead 2-0, looking for more.
Maro Moses came to play today. Another huge save right in front of the goal.
Another power play coming for the United States. And a timeout called from Coach Dovicic. The exclusion drawn down low. 1:31 to play. First quarter, 2-0 USA leading over Montenegro. Here at the University of Houston, Team USA on their way through the city, as are all the athletes representing the United States Olympic team. All 555 athletes go through processing here in Houston, Texas, on their way down to Rio. And just a bevy of some of the best in the sports world in town. As you alluded to, we saw Gail Devers do the ball drop, the men's basketball team in town, rugby, track and field. The list goes on and on. Team USA just the latest. They will head to Rio tomorrow evening. The women's Olympic team arrives in town tomorrow. They depart on Monday evening.
Yeah. really interesting to be. There's a lot of energy in this town right now. Lots of buzz about Team USA. There's a lot of excited volunteers and delegates just helping everyone along, and such is the Olympic spirit. Already getting reports down from Rio of the enthusiasm for all the volunteers and everybody that's involved just to keep the games going. I don't think people understand how many bodies it takes to get these things off the ground.
Another big opportunity here for the United States, coming off a silver medal at the FINA World League Super Final back in June in China. Azevedo has returned. Here's Josh Samuels. Around the way, back to Azevedo, working along 2 meters. Sides coming even. Bonani stuffed in close. There was a rebound attempt. Ball was put in the back of the net, but no goal. And Montenegro there defensively. And now under a minute to play, first quarter, as we go the other way. Ivovic fending off Samuels, a field block, and Samuels comes up with it. Strong defensively, long arms there, able to make things difficult on the perimeter. Under 30 seconds to play, first quarter, likely last possession here in the first for Team USA. They've gotten off to the good start, ahead 2-0 on scores from Azevedo and Bonani.
We get two guys posting up inside for Team USA, and Ober and Halleck.
Cupido, and that's off the mark from the outside. 14 seconds to play. Shot clock is off. Montenegro can go for the final shot here in the first. Moses directing traffic from the cage. Lob from the outside. Bar down and out. And that will be all for the first quarter. As Samuels tries a spinning backhand that actually had a shot of going in, saved out at the last minute by Šćepanović, and that is all for the first quarter. A solid 8 minutes for Team USA. They lead Montenegro 2-0. We'll return with more action. The second quarter coming up here from Houston. You're watching live on USA Water Polo TV.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org. Second quarter about to begin, and Team USA with a strong first quarter. They lead 2-0 against Montenegro in their final match on home soil, or in home water at least, before they head off to Rio and the Olympic Games. John Abdu and Greg Meskel here with you poolside at the University of Houston Auditorium. Campus Recreation and Wellness Center. Beautiful facility, not just the pool, but the entire place. And Montenegro controls his opening sprint to start the second quarter, and it's tipped out by Moses. Well, for a crew that hasn't played an official game in about a month, they seem pretty sharp, John.
Yeah, they've been training hard and going against this team all week, and they look fired up, and a lot of that starts with Merrill Moses in the cage making save after save, and that's a really inspiring thing for your team. So let's see if Merrill can keep it up here.
Opening moments, second quarter. Exclusion will go against Team USA. This will be Jesse Smith, so he's picked up 2 quick ones here in the first half. One of the top defenders for this USA squad.
Keep an eye on Ivovic there. Center cage now with the ball in his hands, one of the best shooters in the world.
Some heavy fakes. They go around the world here and then stuff it in near side. And Montenegro is on the board thanks to Drasko Bergulan.
So they go from having their best shooter center cage to a right-hander at the hardest angle, and he still jams it over Merrill Moses' head. That just goes to the strength of that shot, the strength of these shooters, as Bergulan puts it away. Montenegro on the board after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Moses super strong to start, but as you talked about, Montenegro boasting some of the top shooters in the world. And they break through here. Minute gone by, second quarter. Here's Cupido. And now Alex Bowen. John Mann back in, working at 2 meters, makes the catch, the turn, swimming through traffic, and lost the handle.
It's good help defense there from Montenegro, collapsing on John Mann after he made a great move. I said this before, Montenegro one of the best defensive teams in the world, maybe the best. They're not going to outscore you to win the game. They keep it low scoring. They play tough, physical defense one-on-one and as a team.
Dangerous pass there, and it's Dunston in the mix. As the shot clock was winding down, he steps in for the steal. Bowen will now push ahead. Dunston man on the move. Defender fronting now. Just an ordinary. Luka Cupido tries to do a little backdoor pass. Not to be. Trying to find Alex Rolsa. You touched on this Montenegro defense, John. Strong man-to-man. What else are they doing that when you see them, it's so evident they're so strong defensively?
It's the physicality. They have big, strong defenders. I mean, size at each position. You have an average length of maybe 6'6" in their lineup at any given moment, especially up the middle. So you're talking about guys with size, strength, length, physicality, and experience. That makes for a tough combination on defense.
Looking inside, triple team, Whitecaps everywhere as the shot clock was about to expire again. And Team USA has done a strong job defensively here, crashing there on defense to try and force the turnover.
That was good defense on both ends. We saw a great steal from Dunston a couple possessions ago. We see good two-meter defense inside now. Team USA knows going to need to score some goals to stay in this game and to keep their lead.
Bonani, a guy that can do that, has one already. Gets the ordinary here. He can take it and rockets it home. Brett Bonani has 2, and Team USA ahead 3-1.
Another great individual effort there from Brett Bonani. Has some time to put it away. Goes right over the goalkeeper's head with the ball here. A couple of X factors there for Team USA. You see Brett Bonani putting up the goals on the offensive end. Moses getting the saves in the cage. Those things can continue to develop here and carry into Rio. Then Team USA is, as Tony Azevedo keeps saying to the press, the most dangerous team in the world.
Yeah, he's labeled this squad as one other countries don't want to deal with. A young team. Got some good size, building experience as they go. And a bit of a wild card.
Absolutely. This is not a team you want to match up with in that quarterfinal, so people can be watching group play very closely. Make sure they're not crossing over with Team USA.
Montenegro trailing 3-1. And a contra foul called. It will go against Montenegro. Teams have been scrimmaging this week here in Houston since arriving earlier in the week. Samuels ahead now to Dunston. Azevedo takes a look.
We get a look at the youngster Halleck inside, trying to set up 2 meters against Jokic inside. It's a tough matchup for the youngster as he's battling back.
Ben Halleck working in at 2 meters. It'll be Alex Obert trying from the outside. That skips high and wide. Obert making the change to defender with Halleck coming in as the reserve center to John Mann. So a bit of a shuffle there for Team USA as they set up their attack for the Olympics.
I think you'll see Obert play multiple positions. I think he'll have to post up sometimes. He'll have to defend. He'll have to play attacker. He'll play different sides of the pool. He's truly the one guy in USA roster that is an all-around player that can do all those things.
Rolsa excluded, his second. So 2 of the big defenders here for Team USA, Rolsa and Smith, both with 2 fouls now, and we've yet to reach halftime. The lob inside, the redirect, bar down, they'll count it. Score the goal. Get a second look at this one here. Moses disagreeing, but that one looked to be in on the bounce after it came bar down.
A good redirect there for Montenegro, finding the 3-post inside. You don't get a great angle on the replay there. Goal judge on the goal line there, calling it a goal. Referee calling a goal. So the goal will stand 3-2 USA here with 3:30 left in the second quarter.
A 3-2 game right now, 3:31 to play. Second quarter action, 1 goal lead for Team USA as Montenegro just got another one back. Brett Benani, one of those 9 first-timers we talked about going to the Olympics. Azevedo goes right inside. Blue hats all around, and Rolsa was underwater. Actually make that Halleck. And now Halleck will be excluded, so a double negative there for Ben Halleck. First the turnover, and then tangled up and excluded on the way back down.
Good lesson there for the youngster. Halleck, he turns around and faces his defender going back in transition. That's telltale sign number 1 that a foul or exclusion may be committed. Should be turning his back, should be swimming the other way to get back on defense. Extends his arm, gets excluded, and now Montenegro with a timeout has an opportunity to set up a power play to tie the game.
Fans watching through windows here beyond capacity here at the University of Houston. Appreciate all of you tuning in on Facebook Live. Remember, water polo at the Olympics starts August 6th. It'll be broadcast on the NBC family of networks, exact channels to be announced, and there's also NBC streaming. Check out the NBC Sports app. Cable authentication might be required, so you want to make sure you're all up to date there. Lots of early start times, especially for those of you in the Pacific time zone. A lot of morning action in Brazil. We're talking Pacific time with the 4-hour difference. Some 6 a.m.,
Sure.
7 a.m. starts in those hours in the morning. So a little rise and grind here to watch some water polo from Rio. Power play here for Montenegro out of the break. Trailing by 1. Good lob inside, just enough to redirect in close. Vyacheslav Paskovic. Actually, a correction now. Alexander, let's see, they're correcting the goal here. And that was number 8, Uros Kukovic.
Well, just a great 6-on-5 there for Montenegro. You watch the whole time. Everybody has the ball up, faking hard on their legs. up in great body positioning, moving the ball around, and then find the post inside for the high percentage shot. So beautiful setup there. Great play by the Montenegrins to tie the game.
A little over 2.5 to play, second quarter. 3-3 game as Montenegro has come back. USA led 3-1. 2 straight here for Montenegro. Here's a chance for Cupido. Loves this opportunity. Decides to deal and saved out. Josh Samuels has his shot saved and blocked out of play from Shapanovic. Cupido looks for those outside the 5 foul opportunities, but kept him guessing with the deal to Samuels.
That was a good pass there. Sense that he can start getting the vision of people helping at him at the 5-meter line. So many teams will be attacking him there. So if he can learn to pass and shoot from the same position, it'll only be beneficial as John Mann draws the exclusion inside.
The exclusion called against Montenegro as Mann was working in close. And another exclusion, so a 6-on-4 here for Team USA. Samuels now, where do they go? Azevedo off the post and in. Tony Azevedo has another. 2 for Bonani, 2 for the captain, Tony Azevedo, and Team USA in front 4-3.
It's a good day when you get 2 bar ins in one half. Tony Azevedo, 2 goals, both of them off the post. Keeps the ball in the water, lulls the defense to sleep, bars it in the low corner. Great shooting start for Tony Azevedo, the captain.
The connection is there on the 6-on-4, and the United States is back in front.
Greg, I think we're getting a game so far that Coach Adovicic and Team USA would like to see. You know, their goalie playing well, captain playing well, putting the ball away. A youngster like Brett Bonani would be a first-time Olympian coming through, scoring some goals himself. You know, the defenders battling inside. So I think you're getting the type of game that Team USA is going to need to play in order to be successful in Rio.
And no better time to get in that groove than with Rio just a day away.
That was a contra foul inside. Luca Cupido now defending 2 meters in the rotation as Rolsa and Smith both have 2 fouls.
Cupido. He'll fire and score. Luca Cupido, a sniper from the perimeter. And 2 straight from Team USA. They've gone up 5-3.
But how many times have we seen this, Greg? Luca Cupido from 8 meters out just winds up, gets his whole body into the shot, and skips it home. He's done that so many times now. Game winners, first quarter, second quarter, doesn't matter. Luca Cupido turning into being one of the best scorers in the game.
Yeah, there are a few places he isn't comfortable shooting the ball from. Saw his heroics last summer. University of Illinois Chicago, a buzzer beater to top Serbia. And at it again here in Houston, Texas. The exclusion here. Cupido, so a goal on one end, a kick out on the other. 6-on-5 for Montenegro. They trail by 2, under a minute to go, first quarter. Ivovic works it around, and a score is there for Darko Bergulan. The leg strength here. Bergulan up on his legs for what seemed like an eternity, and then puts it away.
Yeah, for all the young athletes watching at home, just take a strong look at how Montenegro plays their power play opportunities. See every shooter high on their legs, keeping the ball up, faking it all times. Ball doesn't touch the water. And there you see Darko Bergulan keep the ball up high and rip it cross cage for their 4th goal of the game.
Timeout called by Team USA with 42 seconds to play. First half, a 5-4 lead for the United States. Great moment earlier today right here at the University of Houston. The USA men's Olympic team hosting a clinic for 60 Texas area athletes. You were there and helped coach that clinic and get it organized. And what an opportunity for these 60 young athletes to get in the water with Team USA just a week out from the Olympic Games. Not sure that happens in too many other sports.
No, and I just think it's a reflection of the USA Water Polo's mission. So obviously we're in Houston here to prepare the team for the Rio Olympics to process, training against Montenegro, do everything it takes to medal at the Olympic Games. But USA Water Polo has another mission of growing the sport of water polo all across the country, and to be able to host this game here, having over 800 people in the stands and in the stadium here to watch, a complete sellout, standing room only, people outside begging to get in, can't get in, putting on a clinic this morning. We get both. You see both goals of U.S. Water Polo all in the same place, growing the sport, but also preparing our national teams for success.
Team USA out of the timeout, leading 5-4, 35 seconds to play. Still plenty of time on the shot clock, 21 seconds. Josh Samuels gives a look. Just an ordinary. It'll leave Azevedo the opening. It's a save. Shapanovic right in front, tipped up and off the mark by John Mann, off the post. He couldn't stuff it in. And Montenegro will have it for the final moments of the first half. Just 16 seconds to play, trailing 5-4.
Not sure about that ordinary foul call there. Up top, USA got a free goal, and now Tony Azevedo takes the ball away. Petrovic just turns it over as we close out the first half.
Ober will let it fly. Low skip, sails wide of the cage. That's all for 2 quarters here in Houston, Texas. Good start for Team USA. They lead 5-4 thanks to 2 goals apiece from Tony Azevedo and Brett Bonani, Merrill Moses. So far, so good in between the pipes. We'll take a timeout and return. Third quarter coming up from the University of Houston. Stay with us. You're watching the men's Olympic water polo team live on USA Water Polo TV.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org. Second half underway here at the University of Houston. Team USA, Montenegro, a 5-4 lead for the United States, joined by John Abdu, USA Water Polo High Performance Director. Greg Meskel here with you in Houston, Texas. Final stop for both of these teams on their way to the 2016 Olympic Games. USA men will depart tomorrow night and arrive in Rio Monday morning. First game a week from today against Croatia. Exciting times for the men's Olympic water polo team that was named back on July 7th as Samuels sails it wide. Both squads will meet in the Olympic Games. Fourth game of pool play, August 12th. Team USA has switched keepers. They've gone to McQuinn Barron now. Wearing number 13 in the goal, current USC Trojan from North Tustin, California.
Merrill Moses played a great first half. Those watching at home may not know, we talked about this earlier. This is an opportunity to play both goalkeepers, give them an opportunity to train before the Olympics, but in any other situation, you would let Merrill keep riding the heat that he started with this game.
Yeah, Moses will want to carry that effort over to Rio, that's for sure. Bonani, the lob inside, Cupido over the shoulder. 6-4, Team USA. Great movement here from Team USA, and Cupido makes it look simple.
Ooh, just a defensive breakdown, though, for Montenegro. Trying to front a post-up while Team USA is in a zone. Excuse me, while the team is in a zone. So Montenegro playing zone defense with help. You see the defender, number 7, jump around the shoulder, and that just leaves Luka Cupido wide open in front of the goal. Bad mistake to do that right in front of the cage. That gives USA their 6th goal of the game. You see the Montenegro coach unhappy with his team there.
2 for Cupido, 2 for Azevedo, 2 for Bonani. Coach Gojkovic not pleased. Two teams met in the London Olympics. It was a 1-goal win for the USA men. That was also in pool play. We'll have an exclusion here.
That's Rolsa.
That's all for Alex Rolsa, his 3rd foul, so he's quickly out of this match. And Montenegro again on the advantage, trailing 6-4. Save McQuinn Barron.
Good defense there from Team USA. You see an active 5-man defense going out trying to knock down the shooters. And it ends with a near side save there from McQuinn Barron.
Good start for Barron. In goal, working on the other end, Ben Halleck battling in close against Ivovic. He draws an exclusion that will go against Ivovic. And here's Samuels. Bonani working along 2 meters, seeing if Halleck can break free once again. Cupido, the lob is on the money. Luca Cupido with a hat trick. Speed, now finesse, a 7-4 lead for Team USA.
Take a second look here, Greg. I had a coach once tell me you should never lob on a 6-on-5 situation. But I guess if you're Luca Cupido, you get to do that. Big goal for him, third of the game, 7-4 USA.
We bring that up often on these broadcasts because from time to time we will see an elite level player lob on a 6-on-5, and I guess all we've learned is that sometimes those rules don't always apply to the most elite level players.
Sure.
More for the folks when you're getting started in 10 and 12U, do not lob on the 6-on-5. But here, if you're assured of it going in, go ahead.
And I think Luka just caught the goalie off guard. Montenegro bringing in Milos Stepanovic, the backup goalie, playing second half. Caught him out of position and found a room to score.
Barron there with another stop. Three minutes gone by, third quarter, 7-4 USA in front. And the ball will come out here. Referee Joe Pila will pull it out, and a double exclusion is the call.
That's a double exclusion, though.
That's going to be all for Jesse
USA.
Smith.
Yeah.
So Jesse Smith, part of that double exclusion, he is done for the day. And then Filip Klikovac goes out with his first.
So Klikovac gets his first exclusion of the game. Jesse Smith is third. So while that's a double exclusion, Montenegro gets the upper hand there. Says now USA loses both Alex Rosa and Jesse Smith.
That's a major blow to the defensive group here for Team USA. We talked about Obert playing defensively. Of course, some other folks now will be pressed into service on the defensive end. And you can see right now Alex Bowen going for a spin into 2 meters. Entry inside. And now he will be excluded. Bowen sent out, and Montenegro cashes in. So on the 6-on-4, Montenegro and Alexander Ivovic connecting to get one back here with 4:35 to go in the third.
Quick exclusion inside. Ivovic, we talked about him before. Big arm, big fakes. Buries it cross cage. One of the best players in the world. Really, this is going to be a competitive game that's going to go down to the wire, Greg, and we know this. But this is where the Olympic roster size that's different for all of us here in America. We're used to watching NCAA water polo. You may see 16, 17, 18, 19 guys on a roster on the bench. 13 guys only allowed, 13 athletes allowed on an Olympic roster here, and 2 of them must be goalies according to FINA rules. So you're dealing with 11 field players. 2 of them now have fouled out. Now you only have 9 field players to play the rest of the game for Team USA. We'll see how this plays out.
Another exclusion. This will be on Montenegro and Jokic, the captain. Power play, Team USA. Samuels is there. Josh Samuels hitting 8-5. Team USA goes in front, so they've done a nice job keeping that cushion as the UCLA grad delivers.
Good execution by Team USA. They draw the exclusion on the after goal play and attack right away. No hesitation. They move the ball quickly into Samuels' hands, and he powers it through.
Samuels, no stranger to Montenegro, competed with the Budva club and has played for other European water polo clubs. And once you get in that mix, there's a lot of familiarity with a lot of these European national teams. They travel in some of the same leagues, play in some of the same club teams, and really get familiar with each other.
No, absolutely. And we talked about this too. You get familiar, but familiarity also breeds contempt.
It does.
And so the familiarity that both these teams have developed through the course of this week is leading to a highly physical game here as they prepare for Rio.
This is a pretty common recipe. You train for 4 or 5 days together. By the time you play an official game or play one of your many official games, things can get a bit chippy, a bit physical. Double team coming as Team USA pursues the ball. Barron's there to the right. with 3:26 to go in the third. Team USA holding a 3-goal advantage.
Quinn Barron with yet another save. He's been playing really well lately. Remember, Quinn Barron in some of those shootout games where Team USA won a silver medal just at the World League Super Final in China. Contra foul inside on John Mann. Easy call there for the referee Joe Pila to make.
No, to your point, Barron came on in one game cold off the bench and made a crucial save in a shootout.
Yeah, it was interesting play there from Coach Adovicic, but knowing he's got this monster on the bench to come in and play goalie anytime he wants, and chose to do so in the middle of a shootout, which led Team USA to, again, a silver medal, their first medal in the World League Super Final since 2008.
And John alluding to Barron being a monster, he goes 6'9", by far the tallest member of Team USA. It's a big guy in the goal. United States ahead 8-5. They've been in control for the majority of this match. Samuels from a distance, and Stepanovic knocks it down. United States, without the services of two of their best defenders, Jesse Smith, Alex Rolsa, have both fouled out as Montenegro calls for time. 2:19 to play, third quarter, 8-5. USA in front of Montenegro. You touched on the roster limit and the 13 athletes, and especially for folks who have only really seen this team play in a lot of the friendlies, those had very expanded rosters, so
sure,
fouls were an issue. But in these type of situations, the Olympic Games, Super Final, where they won the silver medal, that roster count's so huge, 13 players. You've got to be cognizant of where you're at with fouls, and things are going well for them right now, but against a different opponent, Smith, Rolsa fouled out. That could spell serious trouble.
No, absolutely, Greg. And people really have to understand that's where roster selections become so crucial. That's why it's such a highly scrutinized process to select these teams. You're only given those 13 spots. 2 of them have to be goalies. You look at the matchup here, you know this is going to happen. Montenegro has 2 of the best centers in the world, big, strong, physical centers in front of the cage. You get into some scrums with your defenders. You know that you're going to have to take some fouls. So while this is not a surprise for Team USA, it's great preparation for what's going to happen down the road.
The chant for USA goes out among the capacity crowd here at University of Houston. Also, shout out to everyone watching at the Junior Olympics Session 2 action underway today in Northern California. We know this crowd would be even larger if it were not for JOs going on right now. After the ordinary difficult angle, but it skips away from the cage. Barron did not touch it, and the ball back to Team USA.
I think the crowd would only be larger if they allowed us to sit more people here on the deck or on the diving boards. Maybe the camera can get a look over here. You can take a look at some of the windows into the building. There's people lined up looking through the windows to see through the glass because this inside here is sold out to capacity. The fire marshal is here, not allowing any more people into the building. It was a great atmosphere, Greg, to have a send-off game here for both teams.
Yeah, there's also folks cordoned off, standing in one of the corners of the pool deck. They've been given an area to watch. So all the seats taken, standing room only, and a great environment to send off the USA men on their way to Rio. Ball turns over. An opportunity here for Team USA. Bowen ahead of the crowd, but he's got 2 with him. They'll go to Azevedo.
The University of Houston, beautiful campus. Texas, a great state for water polo. All kinds of people here. Like you said, over 800 inside, full capacity. A few hundred outside, over 1,000 total. Home of the storied Phi Slamma Jamma teams of the past. You knew that I was going to build a reference in there somewhere, Greg, at some point.
And I'm glad you did. We are headed over to the basketball gym immediately after this game to see if we can track down Akeem Olajuwon.
Absolutely.
Or Ralph Sampson. Either will do.
I brought my Hakeem Olajuwon jersey just in case.
Yeah.
Show some pride and some enthusiasm for the great NBA center here out of the University of Houston.
The dream. Under a minute to play, third quarter, 8-5, USA in front. An exclusion, however, on the United States. That's Alex Bowen, perhaps. Redirect is there. Goal is in for Sasha Misic.
I'm gonna say this for the 3rd or 4th time in this broadcast, Greg. Watch how Montenegro plays their power plays. They play 6-on-5. It's just beautiful. Everybody high on their legs, great fakes, great ball movement. Ivovic does a great job faking, slides the post out of Misic, gets the redirect goal. Beautiful setup.
Timeout called, 40 seconds to play in the third quarter. Great crowd on hand, great crowd online, watching live on Facebook Live. Don't forget, you can follow USA Water Polo at the Olympics. Be sure to follow along on social media at USAWP on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and usawaterpolo.org. Hit on the Be Victorious banner for all the details, including schedules, rosters, TV information, and much more. USA on the attack here out of the break, ahead 8-6. Turning inside and drawing the exclusion, Ben Halleck, Harvard Westlake grad, fresh out of high school, drawing the exclusion. Field block there on the Bonani attempt. It'll stay with Team USA, down to 8 seconds left in the quarter. Cupido gives a look. 3 seconds left, 2. Cupido, a rocket into the stands, off the bar and away. Put some heat on that one. That's not a souvenir, they gotta give it back. They do. That one went up into the seats. And we've come to the end of the quarter here. That is all for the third. An 8-6 lead for Team USA. They couldn't cash in on that last power play opportunity, but we've got 8 more minutes to go here in Houston as the fourth quarter is on the way. The final stop on the road to Rio for Team USA. Come back and join us for the fourth quarter right here in Houston, Texas.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org. Welcome to Houston, Texas, H-Town, home of the Cougars, and we're here at the University of Houston Natatorium. Beautiful venue for Olympic water polo. USA men taking on Montenegro. Both these teams headed to Rio. They will meet at the Olympic Games, but first, 8 more minutes of water polo to go here in Texas. And John, our second time to the state this year. The women hosted the Intercontinental Tournament in Louisville in February.
That's right.
That was a stellar week of water polo.
Absolutely.
Texas has been good to the game of water polo, and great to be back here in the Lone Star State.
There's a huge water polo base here in Texas, particularly here in Houston, in the North Dallas area, and this long history of water polo coming out. The sport is growing in Austin, San Antonio, some history in San Antonio as well, as we hear the USA chants coming from this very patriotic crowd, coming in with painted faces, flags. Saw someone in Uncle Sam costume up there waving a flag, so great things happening here in this environment.
You mentioned San Antonio. Got to meet the Bernie Sea Bears at Junior Olympics this past week, a new club that's formed in the San Antonio area. Raised $15,000 to make their way to JOs, so people are passionate about the game here. Turnover there. Montenegro picks the pocket, looking to work their way back in this one, trailing 8-6.
Yeah, the first goal of this quarter is huge, Greg. Montenegro gets it, 8-7 game. USA gets it, it's 9-6. This is a different opportunity, and you see it there. We got a 1-goal game. It's going to be a nail-biter down the stretch.
Alexander Radovic drawing it back to within 1. Just about a minute gone by. Second look here.
Gets on his legs, powers it to the left there of McQuinn Barron. And that's part of those pivotal situations. You come out 50 seconds into the fourth quarter, you can get a stop and go up by 3, or you give up the goal. It's a 1-goal game now. But these are the kind of situations that both teams need to learn from going into the Olympics.
Montenegro's gone to the bench. They've brought in number 1, Zdravko Radic, to work the goal. Šapanović went the first 3 quarters, and Radic coming on here for the 4th. And so a change there, and we'll see what that brings. Ordinary called as they work inside to Alex Obert, University of the Pacific standout, Catino Award finalist. Team USA got out to the 2-0 lead. They have been in the lead and have not trailed since then. Montenegro did tie it at 3. That was back with 2:43 to go in the second quarter, but since then Team USA has been able to maintain control of this one. An exclusion. It's on the United States. Thomas Dunston, Olympic rookie this year in 2016 from New Canaan, Connecticut. Played his senior year of high school at Mater Dei. That one around the cage and away. Sides coming even. That's Mater Dei in Orange County, California. Second chance for Montenegro. That's in the back of the net. We are tied at 8. So Montenegro wasting little time. 2 minutes, 2 goals here in the 4th to even things.
Take a look here, Greg. Get a look at Alexander Radovic. Plenty of space. Big fake. Skips it in that top left corner. And USA is going to need to feed off this crowd to get the lead back.
Great look at this capacity crowd. And a lifeguard. There's a lifeguard on duty as well.
Absolutely.
Facility rules, although it's always high comedy when there's a lifeguard with this group, because these are the guys you want to be around if you're having trouble in the water. They can tread for days.
Not just one lifeguard, Greg. There are 3 lifeguards on duty as we speak.
And of course we kid, but they can provide other safety services as well. We'll go the other way. Ball turns over.
That's a turnover on Tony Azevedo, and then a quick exclusion the other way. A little confused by the call. Now Montenegro pushing to get their 3rd goal very early into this 4th quarter.
And it'd be their first lead. Told you they tied it at 3-3. Tied up again here at 8. Sides coming even. A knockdown there from Azevedo. but an exclusion on the return. And they'll say hands to the head here. And Azevedo going high to try and get that ball, but made contact. And the ball will come out. And Azevedo will go off just as fast as he came back on. And Montenegro will go up once more on the power play with 5:16 to play. We're here in the fourth.
Yeah, it's that contact to the head. Referee has to call the exclusion there. Player safety paramount in those situations.
And we've seen it more and more. Any sort of motion of the head is almost an immediate exclusion, if not something further like a penalty. Player who is hit, that's Darko Bergulan. He seems to be okay.
Both teams trying to prep for the Olympics, and neither team wanting to suffer an injury in a friendly match, trying to prepare.
On the power play, Montenegro save Barron. After allowing two straight, McQuinn Barron comes up with a major stop. 5 minutes to play.
What a huge save there from McQuinn Barron. Right hand into his left. That was almost a point-blank shot there from Bergulan. Unbelievable stop. That's the kind of momentum Team USA needs to get back.
John Mann has returned. He's working around 5 meters and will immediately draw an exclusion on Petrovic. 6-on-5 here for Team USA. They work it quickly around the perimeter, looking to find John Mann again. He shakes off the potential entry pass. Bowen field blocked, Mann in front, tries the left hand, can't tip it home. And as Radic controls, and sides are even.
Missed opportunity there for Team USA. 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
And the crowd rising with the USA chant. Under 4 to play, all tied at 8. And a contra foul. Montenegro will turn it over. Headed to a fantastic finish here in Houston. Samuels. And now a turnover on the other end.
The contra foul on the Montenegrin center, contra foul on the USA center. Both teams trading possessions here.
Still plenty of time on the shot clock. The attempt there partially deflected. Nothing available for Montenegro.
Good field block there from Team USA. They approach the under 3 minute mark here in the fourth quarter.
Here's Samuels. They go around to Cupido now. He'll take a look. Cupido, that's saved away. Radic got enough of it.
Isolated shot there for Cupido.
Now the ball comes ahead. Montenegro with a look. Moving in, defense, the lob over Barron and in. Montenegro goes in front 9-8 for their first lead of the match. On the score from Filip Klikovac.
You get a look here on the breakaway. Klikovac catches McQuinn Barron out of position in front of the goal, lobs it over his head. 2:33 left in the fourth quarter. USA down by 1. Coach Adovicic decides to call timeout.
So he used his only timeout of this fourth quarter now with 2:31 to play. And we've talked so much about how you can use things in this game towards the Olympics. Well, one of the things, of course, you've got to do in Rio is finish games out. And Team USA just moments ago was holding a 3-goal lead in this one. And they've now allowed Montenegro all the way back to go ahead for the first time.
Yeah, this reminds me a little bit of the game we had last summer, Greg, in Chicago, USA versus Serbia. Both teams going back and forth, goal to goal. Setting up a dramatic finish at the end. He's get a good look at Coach Adovicic and Team USA in the bench. Going over the strategy, going over the set play. They will try to run here to tie the game.
Josh Samuels scored a power play goal with 4:11 to play in the third to make it 8-5 Team USA. Since then, no goals for the United States and 4 in a row for Montenegro to push ahead here 9-8. So out of the timeout, Team USA using their lone break here in the fourth quarter. And Cupido will draw a power play. Draws the exclusion there on Petrovic. He has fouled out. And the United States looking to find the equalizer. Cupido. Here's Azevedo. Dunston winds up. Where will they go? Dunston is there. Thomas Dunston stops the run for Montenegro and ties this game at 9 with 2 minutes to play.
Thomas Dunston gets on Cage here, equalizing goal in the fourth. You see him just power it past the keeper. Big goal for the youngster, big for his confidence here, leading up to Rio. Tie game, under 2 minutes to go. Great drama here in Houston.
Final moments here in Texas, USA and Montenegro, all even at 9 thanks to the latest goal from Team USA and Thomas Dunston. And now a steal from Samuels.
Looked like the ball just slipped out of Ivovic's hands.
Almost like he gave it away.
Yeah, and he was looking for an interference call. Nothing there. Ivovic now matched up with Samuels. You get Obert in at 2 meters. You got Halleck on the other post, and Tony Azevedo with the ball.
And there it is. The captain, with 1:24 to play in the fourth, puts Team USA back in front, 10-9, 2 straight from the Americans.
What a huge goal there from the captain, Tony Azevedo. You see inside, Obert posted on one post. Halleck there. Montenegro has to help. And that's dangerous when you have to help inside and you leave Tony Azevedo wide open to bury the cross-cage lob. The crowd is on fire.
Deception on the lob attempt from Azevedo. Tomorrow he heads to his 5th Olympic Games, has dreams of being the flag bearer for the United States at the opening ceremony coming up on August 5th. But more importantly, dreams of being at the top of that podium. Still doing this some 16 years later because he does not have an Olympic gold medal. On the other end, Montenegro working inside. Barron's there for the denial. 1 minute to play, fourth quarter. Team USA ahead 10-9.
Big save from there from Barron defending his near side. Team USA looking to go up by 2 to put the game away.
They've roared back. They trailed 9-8 after allowing 4 in a row. They've now gone ahead 10-9 with 2 straight. And in no hurry right now. Shot clock to 5. Cupido sails it high, and Montenegro will get a chance, and they will use the timeout they've been sitting on with 34 seconds to play and an opportunity to go for the tie.
Cupido tried to shoot that ball high, see if he can get a tip out. A second possession for Team USA. Sails it over. Team USA will be tested now without Jesse Smith, without Alex Rosa in, both fouling out earlier in the game as 2-meter defenders. They will have to find their defensive lineup right now to get a key stop to win this game.
Great finish for everyone here in Houston, everyone watching on Facebook Live. 10-9 lead for Team USA. Tony Azevedo with his 3rd goal coming through in the clutch. As Coach Adovicic, he will head to his first Olympic Games as the USA head coach. Has been there twice before with Serbia, winning a couple of bronze medals in 08 and 12. And now here piloting the USA ship and looking to get out of Texas with a victory. This crowd is getting whipped up into a frenzy. But one last good chance here for Montenegro. 4-second differential shot game clock.
In at community, Alex Obert for Team USA.
As you mentioned, Smith and Rolsa have fouled out. Who does Montenegro turn to? Inside and an exclusion and a power play opportunity here for Montenegro. Obert will go off. 6-on-5 chance here for Montenegro. 20 seconds to play. A new shot clock. Montenegro working it around. Inside, in front, save, Barron! And he passes it out, and that should do it. McQuinn Barron shutting the door on Montenegro as time will run out in this fourth quarter. And Team USA's final stop on the road to Rio, a victory in Houston. They take it 10-9, defeating Montenegro. One last chance in close on the 6-on-5. And McQuinn Barron and the Team USA defense there to hold off the late charge.
What a game for Team USA. Great play from both their goalkeepers. Merrill Moses, hot in the first half. McQuinn Barron, hot in the second half, and finishes the game with an unbelievable point-blank save right in front of the cage. Great preparation for both teams to play such a competitive match after a long week of common training. You see both teams here getting a chance to shake hands after a week of all this training and competition. Great atmosphere, great game, great pep for Team USA.
Some final numbers here in the cage. Merrill Moses and McQuinn Barron each with 5 big saves in this one. Tony Azevedo and Luca Cupido, 3 goals apiece. Brett Bonani adds 2 more of his own. For Montenegro, Alexander Radovic led the offense with 2 goals. Radko Radic and Milo Šapanovic combining for 9 saves. So from here, Team USA off to Rio. They leave tomorrow night, arrive Monday. First game a week from today against Croatia. Live coverage on NBC. Make sure to tune into your local listings and check usawaterpolo.org. That'll do it for us here in Houston. To our entire production crew, our hosts here at the University of Houston, and my partner John Abdu, Greg Meskel signing off. Thanks for joining us. Team USA takes it 10-9. Have a great evening.